Good morning to all the students of class 8. Today we are going to study Social Science chapter 4, How the Traders Became Rulers, part 2. In part 1 we discussed how the Wellesley's policy of expansion was been implemented. The Governor General Wellesley he introduced subsidiary alliance systems and how the all the princely state of India they adopted this policy, and the states who became the victim of subsidiary alliance systems were Hyderabad, Mysore, Ayodhya, Jodhpur, Gaikwad of Vadodara, Peshwas, and Shindes of Gwalior. Moving ahead, owing to the losses incurred by Nizam in his fight with Marathas, he was the first to accept this alliance. See, Nizams of Hyderabad, they were the first victim of Wellesley's subsidiary alliance, and then was a Mysore and Ayodhya. So it is what saying owing to the loss, there was a loss which is incurred by Nizam and which had a fight with Marathas, and he was the first to accept this alliance. Tipu Sultan of Mysore refused to do so, but after the British victory in the Fourth Anglo Mysore War, Mysore was forced to become a subsidiary state. Marathas chief fought amongst themselves after the death of Nana Fadnavis. See what happened to Tipu Sultan of Mysore. We know the Tipu Sultan was known as the Tiger of Mysore, and in this that Tipu Sultan he refused to accept this. So but after the victory there was a war between the see what happened, the company had to join hands with the Marathas and the Nizam to defeat Tipu Sultan, and Tipu did not win against his combined forces and had to accept the treaty. And this British's victory was there in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, and the Mysore was forced. They forced them to become the subsidiary state. When the Marathas chief they fought among themselves, and after the death of Nana Fadnavis, one by one, all the Maratha states became the victim of divide and rule policy of the British. See, one by one, all the Maratha states they all became the victim of this, and by which policy divide and rule policy was given by the Britishers. The other states, namely Ayodhya, Gorakhpur, Tanjore, Karnataka, Farrukhabad, also suffered the same fate. See, all these states also suffered this. In this way, within a span of 7 years, Wellesley expanded the company rule and made the British the supreme power in India. See, in this way, they started expanded their colony, their rule, and the British supreme power was there was a supreme power of British in India within the 7 year span. Expansion of the British rule in India. After finalizing the subsidiary alliance treaties with Mysore, Nizams of Hyderabad and Maratha chieftains, the British moved towards northern part of India. See, after what the subsidiary alliance system was implemented in the treaties, and they were having the treaties over whom the Mysore, the Nizams of Hyderabad and Marathas, and the British they had there over there first, and then they moved towards the northern part of India, and they entered into a treaty of friendship with Nepal. See, they had a treaty with Nepal. First they had a friendship with Nepal, sensing a threat from it, and they fought many battles to secure the franchise. They had a battle with them, friendly relation with the Sikh king, and they had a friendly relation with the Sikh king also. Maharaja Ranjit Singh helped them to win the battle with the Afghans and establish their rule in Sindh. See, with the help of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, they won the battle with the Afghans and they established their rules in Sindh. The British had an ambition to capture the Sikh kingdom, which was a very powerful kingdom, but they could not do so as long as Maharaja Ranjit Singh was alive. See, after having victory on all these things, the British ambition was to capture the Sikh kingdom also, and he was knowing, Britishers were knowing that they were quite powerful. The Sikh were quite powerful kingdom, and but they could not do so. Why? Because as long as Maharaja Ranjit Singh was alive, he was alive, so at that time they couldn't do it. See, what is this? That after the expansion of the British rule in the South India, the British entered into a friendship with whom? With the Nepal, and won the battle with the Afghans and established a rule in Sindh. And Ranjit Singh, the king of Punjab, was a powerful ruler, and the British did not succeed in conquering Punjab until he was alive. Taking the benefit of this chance, the British interfered in the administration of Punjab. So they kept friendly relation with Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh was a strong ruler of that time. He had set up a strong army with the help of European officers for the protection of his state. See what happened? They wanted to capture they wanted to capture this Sindh also, Sikh kingdom, and but it was not possible as long as Maharaja Ranjit Singh was alive. So they had a friendly relationship with Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and they were knowing he is a strong ruler. At that time he was very strong ruler, and he had set up a strong army also with the help of what European officers for the protection of his states. And he held attended victories over many nearby states and had a victory over nearby states. After his death, after the death, Punjab suffered anarchy, and with after his death, the Punjab has suffered the anarchy. Governor General Sir Henry Hardinge came to India. Who came? Governor General Sir Henry Hardinge. He came to India and brought the Sikh rule completely under the British rule. After the death of Punjab, this Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and with this they suffered a lot. Punjab suffered, and when the Governor General Henry came to India, and he brought Sikh rule completely under whom? The British rule, with the policy of interference and annexation. Till then, in the next video we'll see ahead. Thank you.